Hey guys, this is Liam Legacy here with well, myself obviously. And today we are actually going to enter the vault. But first, I have to do a smart thing and actually start the thing. Yeah. I may have been going the wrong way. Fun times. I don't know if you mean this in a jokey way, but this map is literally a jungle in the sense, well, quite literally as a jungle. In a sense, it's confusing. So it feels like a giant maze, which it technically is too, because of all the walls. So now you get to see the #1 greatest thing about this game. The running. Which you can debate looks good. I would say it looks okay. You can also debate it looks kind of weird, because it does. I would say it looks good. It's very debatable.
Charming.
I'm about to die. Damn it. I didn't. No. Oh. What?
If you get any fungal slime on your skin, I suggest you wash it off immediately.
Let's be careful around the native flora. Okay, everyone?
Okay, I've never described a mushroom as pretty, but those are.
And that one's down. Another one bites dust. Bow. So, recently, yes, recently, I have watched, we've watched quite a few movies, like this month. Like, I've watched all the recent movies that have come out. And I would say, the one I've seen most recently is the new Transformers movie. Because I'm trying to get my words together. And that actually has the reverse, which people have been saying it's a horrific movie. The next movie I'm excited for, I'll explain why once I'm talking about the actual movie. It's got the reverse Wonder Woman problem, which Wonder Woman was a great movie. It was just got worse. Like, it was a great movie, and then it got worse over time as the movie went on. This movie has a horrific beginning. It's oh yeah, spoilers, just in case anyone's actually gonna see this. Where essentially, in the beginning, it's about, medieval times of Merlin and all that. And Merlin is a drunk, because the scene is like, why do you trust Merlin, that drunk, blah blah blah. And they find out he is a drunk, they show it, he's like, drinking and all that good stuff. Not this again.
Scanning will reveal the missing glyphs.
And, well, as they do discover he is a drunk, you discover he's a drunk, but then there's a huge battle going on.
That's it. Good work.
In which they are all fighting. Like, there's two armies fighting, King Arthur, obviously who Merlin's with. But essentially what ends up happening is, he goes to the Transformer, like again, spoilers, anyone who doesn't hear it this time, it's your fault. He goes to the Transformer, he knows, Transformer, like, attacks him, or pins him up against the wall with, like, his arm, and then he tells him about, like, gives him this staff to control a dragon, which is actually 12 Knights. And after he does that, if I take a minute, it's rough memory. After he has
Complete the
pen
glimpse,
out
Pathfinder.
him having like the control, he uses the dragon, which is a badass scene. I will give them that. Like all of that is really vague, and essentially the whole plot. I couldn't stand that part. But after that, it takes you to modern day, and there's some kids, like the most unlikable people in the planet. Lucky they're not in the movie. Like they're essentially not in the movie. Like literally, they might as well not be there. They're there to make this stupid point about people don't like their Transformers anymore. When they could have just showed, they could. That's point. It's pretty much it was a completely pointless scene. There was no point for it, and I couldn't stand it. So, they had that scene. Then you meet one of the most annoying characters ever. The most annoying character arc ever, which is the I have, like, no family character. And then over time, you see Bumblebee. He's a badass. They show his new thing off where he can, like, split up and recombine. They also show, I can't remember the character's name, where the guy from the last movie, can't remember the actor's name either, the badass guy, and he can't see his daughter anymore, of course, because he's wanted, and that happens. That was my main problem, because up to that it's just terrible. Then it starts to get good. Then it got bad again. The end fight was terrible. Once again, spoilers for the end fight. The end fight is about 5 seconds long of the main... Okay, the person who turns hit like Optimus Evil is a Transformer, obviously. And what ends up happening is when she does it, oh, he just turns because Bumblebee's like Optimus. It's like, oh, even though you just mind controlled me, whatever. It's absolutely ridiculous. And then the terrible fight scene is about 5 seconds long of Optimus trying to fight him, gets his ass kicked, then Bumblebee has a cool line which is like, shoots her in the face, obviously. He's like, sting like a bee. And then they have this huge reveal of Galvatron. They're calling it Galvatron. You know Galvatron is, goddamn, what's his name? Galvatron is so take me a minute. Yeah, Galvatron is Megatron. But now Galvatron is the planet, you know, the giant planet thing, which I don't for the life of me remember the name of. So Galvatron is a new thing. And we find out Galvatron is Earth. Like, throughout the map, you see these things on Earth. He's like weird, kind of like teeth or claws. Right in the movie, they start moving. And you find out Earth is Galvatron because obviously their planet came along, so they ended up waking up Galvatron through that. So Galvatron's in the next movie, and I'm pretty excited for that. But as an overall, I would describe the movie as maybe a 5, maybe a 6 or 7 out of 10 at most. It's an okay movie, but like the whole beginning was just so bad. It really put the movie down. I reckon they could half the beginning of the movie, like the first 10, maybe 10, maybe 10, maybe 20 minutes. You could argue for 20. And the first set of that is utterly pointless. You get rid of it. And same movie, except I'm shorter. And probably higher reviewed. But as an
Breathing off
overall,
the
I'd probably say the
monitors and-
movies are...
Scat. Scatting stars. What? Who are you?
Okay,
How did...
shut up. Okay, I'd say the movie, yeah, I'd say the movie about 6 or 7 out of 10. I would give it that review. I would say the end fight was lackluster. Obviously, its Transformers got amazing. Everything else. The fight between Optimus and well, pretty much everyone was a cool fight. So yeah, that's my review of that.
Pathfinder Rider with the
Now I'm gonna
Andromeda
get back to the
Initiative.
game.
I'm from another galaxy. Take a moment. Find your bearings.
More aliens? Out of nowhere? And Zhao? Do none of you remember getting frozen? Frozen? I don't understand. We were just working on the monolith and then you appeared.
You should return to Palev. Kieran will want to speak to you.
Maybe you're right. Oh, I feel a head splitter coming on. We should make sure they return to the station. Who knows what lingering effects they might suffer from.
Yeah, we shouldn't actually follow them. We're just gonna like,
In your head, how is it allowing you to interface with the remnant?
yeah, why not?
Sam helps with analysis and translation, among other things. It's complicated.
And the next movie I plan to see, I was gonna see The Mummy, but couldn't find anyone. Also, it's only on around 9, so not a big fan of going to the movies by myself at 9 o'clock. Especially for The Mummy. Maybe it's Spider-Man, be worth it. But that's not coming out till next month now, which I do plan to watch. Maybe with the Jamaicus, if he's
I
free.
know what caused that fire, but let's be careful.
You don't feel any different?
What do you mean, grey, spiky aliens? Ket?
No, these were different. We were doing a survey of the area and saw them before the freeze.
You mean Turians? You saw Turians?
Why don't you and Torvar talk about that later? Right now, I want to thank you for saving my team.
You weren't lying. Kieran told us everything. She even had pictures.
I apologize for the indifferent welcome you received from me earlier.
Don't worry about it. You had no reason to trust me. The last aliens you met were Ket.
Ryder, what you have done here, your remnant understanding and your Sam should convince Ephra you're an asset. We should speak to him as soon as we can. Perhaps on the Tempest? Kieran, I've been thinking. If Ryder can use remnant, couldn't we fix the monoliths? Stop Haval's decline?
Havarl's decline?
This will take time to explain. We can discuss it further when you have time. And don't forget to talk to Torvar about those. What did you call them? Turians?
Turians, yes. Like churros. I don't know what a churro is, but that's what I like. Let's talk about this.
You were saying something about the planet being in decline?
It doesn't look like it, but Havarl is sick. It started here, uncontrolled mutations in organic life, killing some, turning others into poison. We're starting to see the same elsewhere. The planet's ecosystem is crumbling, slowly but surely.
It's the monoliths. There are only 2 of them when there should be 3.
There's so much life here. Your vault must be working.
In some fashion, most likely. But the monoliths are responsible for propagating the vault's instructions across the planet. With only 2 out of 3 monoliths working, The instructions are imbalanced. So life is imbalanced. We've never tried asking the sages. There could be something in their oral history.
Stars. Those superstitious hermits don't care about modern Angara. You know that.
You saw the projections for the planet's survival. What do we have to lose?
If asking your sages doesn't work, we'll be back here. So, what's the harm in it?
The trek up Mithratha's teeming with Remnant. Most of us don't attempt it, but maybe you could do it. Follow the Remnant River, and keep your head. I'd hate to hear something terrible happened in pursuit of some ancient legend.
To the legend. Where is it? I gotta check the map again, because, like I said, this goddamn jungle. God damn it. There we go. It's that away. Die. That worked better than I thought.
Kieran Dahl said something about fish and gems to me. What was that all about?
In an ocean of fish, one had gems in its mouth. Meaning your success with Remnant is probability, not skill.
Ah, that sounds like bullshit.
Think that's it. Hostiles ahead!
No combat this episode. What was that? It may seem like a waste of time, but he'd actually help later.
What do you think this was for? Some kind of aqueduct?
Stay alert. We don't know what's down there.
We've scanned this area. These structures go deep below the ground.
Must be missing something. Guess we'll try again later.
Automated protocols activated. Deploying forward station.
No, that's done. Yeah, I know, I could just go this way, but I feel like this way is probably easier. So now they've... I'm gonna start talking now. Now they've started, or announced in the movie, in credits, like Galvatron, I saw his name, can't remember his name for the love of me, but, you know. That's just made me very excited for the next movie. I don't like what they've made Earth Galvatron. Also don't like how they changed his name. But it's gonna be odd. Originally Galvatron was like a giant space, like, planet-sized object. Now it's just Earth. Then it's kind of ruined my childhood. If any of you have watched the old movies like I did when I was a kid, the Transformers 1985. You know, you got the touch, all that good stuff. You know what I mean by them destroying it. So yeah, that's gonna be interesting. So I didn't notice this for a while, but in the last two movies, in the other movies, there was 4 dinosaurs. There was the T-Rex, Triceratops, the bird, the Spinosaurus. This one, the Spinosaurus and the bird and the Parador, I think it's called, are nowhere to be seen. They are gone. Never explained where they went. They're just not there. The entire movie. And T-Rex and Triceratops are barely in it. That was kind of disappointing. The dragon was in it about twice, but the dragon was just so cool. It's like it also makes more sense why they weren't. Like why that was in it more than they were. And I would have preferred to see a bit more of them. It's just my personal opinion. Some people may not have liked them as much. I personally quite liked the dinosaur ones. I always thought they were quite cool. I hate this part. It's so confusing. Oh yeah.
Got it.
Quite dark.
Let's give this a try.
I don't get why you couldn't do this with the bionic powers. Because some of them mentioned how they could crash tanks.
Whoa.
Let's just ponder upon where we are going. We're on a wheel and my character's like turning. There's like, what's this? Magic. Oh yeah, magic. See, boom. Out of nowhere. Which really makes no sense.
I wonder if the sages up here know anything about the Remnant. It's probably too much to hope they'll share secrets with us.
It's
I wouldn't
nice.
count on it.
Let's just see the climb ahead.
Nice work. Looks like we need to find another way.
See what it does. Ah, that was weird.
I've never been up here before. I have heard of the sages of Mithravar, but never gave them much thought.
Why not?
Isn't a story worthless if it isn't shared? If the accounts of our past are kept hidden, they may as well not exist at all.
And he down. Safety hazard mark. You could like put your foot in there and sprain yourself or something. See where it takes us.
You bypassed that security. How is that possible? An alien?
How do you conveniently speak English like everyone? Oh wait, that makes too much sense, do it? I mean, that question's obviously too much sense, whatever.
I am Ryder, Pathfinder with the Andromeda Initiative, from the Milky Way galaxy.
That does not explain how or why you are able to operate the remnant doors. It doesn't matter. You must leave. We do not entertain guests here.
Havarl's in decline. If you tell me about the lost monolith, I can help fix it. Reset the vault.
With Ryder's help, Haval could be healed. Our birthplace restored. Isn't that worth something? It's lost. The memories of its location haven't been reclaimed. On Mithrava, we have accepted Haval's eventual ruin.
You're just giving up on your planet? Isn't this your birthplace? Don't you want to save it?
A chasm separates want from can. What you ask, no one can give. The memory of the monolith resides within a thread that slipped from our grasp.
I'm not sure I follow.
We believe in reincarnation, an unbroken thread. There was one, long ago, who had knowledge of the third monolith. Zorai, a champion of the Angara from before the Scourge. Zorai's soul has returned and could be made to remember what it knew. But we have no contact with it.
Okay, let me get this straight. Someone could remember the monolith from a past life?
Souls retain within families. An object, heirloom, tied closely to that bloodline could cause memories to resurface.
But it's not guaranteed.
It has been known to happen on rare occasions in the past, with other souls. The only known heirloom of Zorai's family rests in an area with active remnant. No one has survived the journey. But perhaps you. Zorai's soul was reborn in Tavos, who is now a Roka. He recently returned to Haval on a mission. A Roka? That'll be difficult.
That's why you're here, Joel.
They won't like that I'm helping you.
This may be a dead end, but we have to try.
I will send you the relevant coordinates. We considered Haval a lost cause. But perhaps now, there is hope.
Yeah, that's happening. I'm gonna do some searching. Memory trigger.
Another memory trigger?
Yes, though my memory array remains locked. Additional triggers are required.
We're not allowed up here, but we're allowed to do this, of course.
Deploying forward station.
Okay, seems like a nice place to end the video. So yeah, that is the end of today's videos. Oh yeah, so we end today's video making. So that's the end of today's video. I will. Oh, look at my car. God damn it! So I'm getting distracted, Liam. Okay. Oh. That is the end of today's video. I know the last time I'm gonna be saying this. So I will see you next time.